Okay, everybody. So let's have a conversation really quickly about Black History Month. Now, before you get upset and you get your little panties in a bunch and you go on this hateful tirade in my comment section, I need y'all to just wait a second and hear me out. Now, after I say what I have to say, if you feel that a channel that tells the truth and harsh truths is something that you cannot receive, then you may want to unsubscribe. And that is fine with me. When I did my videos about Martin Luther King, none of you could refute any of the facts that I stated. You just came in with a bunch of emotions. Y'all wanted to subscribe because you was upset about the truth. So again, feel free to leave if that's what you need to do so that you can live in the comfort of your ignorance. Understand that ignorance is bliss. If you do not have to face the truth of things, then you can stay in the midst of stuff that gives you a false perception of feeling good because it's not true and you don't have to face the truth. Therefore, you can be comfortable in the lies. Now, with that said, I think that Black History Month is disrespectful as hell when it comes to Black people. Let me tell you why. If history is history, why are we only talking about it once a month? It is a way of getting you to, be comfortable and thinking that in your fight for some type of equality, that you have actually won something when they're actually laughing in your face. What I mean by that is they lie to us all year long and they give you false history like Christopher Columbus discovered America. If you study, it's not hard to find that that's a lie. It's very questionable if Christopher Columbus ever even came here. Period. They have you celebrating a holiday called Thanksgiving, and they tell you a fake history that pilgrims came over here and they had a feast and they were friends and they had all of these agreements with Native Americans when it was actually a genocide of people, a stealing of land, murdering and pillaging and rummaging and all kinds of things. So we hear this all year long. It's in the school books, it's in the textbooks, it's a lying ass history. But then when it comes to Black people, they will give you 1 month to teach about Black history. And it's the shortest month out of all of the months, but that's the one that they give us. And my question would be, if it is history, why is this just not something that is taught, period? Then when you get to Black History Month, they will tell you about all of the fake and submissive leaders like MLK.
Martin Luther King had a speech that violence is not the answer and no segregation.
The one who told you that, he has a dream when he never wrote that speech himself. A communist actually wrote that speech for him. And he sat up there and told y'all that he had a dream. That wasn't his dream, nor was it his speech. But it is a way of talking about complying and living within the structures of your oppressor for you to be the one that is submissive to them, right? They will give you this leader. Where do you see them ever acknowledge and uphold Malcolm X? Where do you see them ever uphold Khalid Muhammad? Where do you ever see in Black history in school them uphold the real strength of the Black Panthers? Huh? Do you ever hear them tell you that the Black Panthers are the ones that started the free lunch program because they fed the whole goddamn community? Like, they don't tell you truths, and then they'll tell you about 5 Black inventors that invented some bullshit when the truth is that Black people have invented thousands and thousands of inventions. They give them credit for some of them, and the ones they don't give them credit for, they will tell you that a white man did it because it was created during slavery. And if you were the slave to the man that owned you, any invention you created, that belonged to him as well. So even when they do give us our Black history in this month, they don't even give you the real Black history. But I'll say it again. If it's history, why isn't this shit just taught as history all year round? And then why are they so selective with the history that they give us instead of telling the real history of Black people that created this whole damn country? You got immigrants out here saying shit like they're the backbone of this country. Really? Maybe that's because they don't teach you the true history to show you that Black people are the backbones of this country. and created all kind of shit that you see today, including that White House that we have, Donald Trump and all the administrations that play with the American tax dollars. They play with American people, our lives, experiment on us, and every goddamn thing else. You know that White House? We built that too. And everything in between. But they won't tell you that truth. That's why you got Hispanics thinking they're the backbone of our country. Now, the last thing that I will tell you about Black History Month that you might not want to hear is that it's capitalism. See, you could just teach history as history all year round, right? If you did that, then you wouldn't have one particular month that is a celebration. Anything that is deemed a celebration or a holiday by the government equals up to dollars. It is capitalism. So if they tell you we're going to celebrate Black people 1 month out of the year, that month brings in sales. For what? Well, Black history products. And if you don't know what those things are, everybody's out here buying shirts about how Black and proud they are. All of these products with red, black, and green on them. And you go out and you buy them all. The funny thing is you will go to a website because you feel emotionally attached to this month. Emotions is a big part of marketing. So you sit in this and you say, it's Black History Month. I'm Black, so I want to be Black and proud. So you go and find your shirts that say Black and proud. You go and find shirts that represent faces of the leaders they told us was our history, right? And 9 times out of 10, you're buying those things online from websites that have no face. And you just assume that it's other Black people when there are all kind of races selling you those king and queen shirts. They are selling you the Black Power shirt, and there's not any Black power behind that website at all. But you're giving them all your money so that you can emotionally wear things that tie you to this day. If you are Black Power, this month. If you are Black Power, you should be Black Power all year long. You shouldn't wait till February to go buy a bunch of Black Power shit because capitalism told you to do so. So, let's run this back real quick, give you a summary. First of all, history should be taught all year round because it's history. 2, if they're going to give us a month to celebrate it, why is it the shortest month out of all months? 3, why is it that they give us a fake ass watered down version of what our history actually is? And 4, why is it that you're spending money buying shit calling yourself celebrating? Black History Month is some bullshit. And if you understand all of those things I just said, you know that it's actually disrespectful to Black people and a slap in our face. But as long as Black people will embrace it, as long as Black people will turn around and tell you this is our time, as long as Black people will be upset with me about this truth and want to unsubscribe from my channel, see the powers that be, as long as you co-sign this bullshit, then they can keep throwing it in your face because there's always Black people who are going to agree with this, rock with it, and run with it. What you should be doing is getting upset about the fact that they don't teach real Black history. What you should be getting upset about and saying we're not going to take this bullshit because it's not about capitalism when it comes to us. And 2, you should tell our history as history, period. You give us that lion ass white history all year round. So why can't you give us some truthful Black history all year round? Fuck Black History Month. This is like them niggas on the plantation where you wanted a better life, you wanted better treatment, and they're not going to give you a better life. They're not going to give you better treatment. But on Sunday, we'll give you some extra cornbread. We'll give you some reprieve. We won't beat anybody down today. We won't tear anybody apart. We won't castrate any Black men. We won't even sexually assault any Black women or children, or for that matter, any Black men, because they got sexually assaulted too. We won't do any of that today. So you all look forward to Sunday, because Sunday is a day that you don't have to acknowledge the other bullshit that happens all year round, all week round. You got 1 day of some reprieve, so you celebrate it, you rejoice in it. But the truth is, Massa gave you that too. So, carry on with your celebration. I won't be celebrating at all. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see you on the next live or the next video.